People think caves are dangerous because of collapse, but the real danger is what they do to you while you're inside. There are places beneath the earth where nothing moves, nothing echoes, and somehow nothing feels empty. Where time stretches, thoughts don't feel like your own, and some explorers come back different. Not injured, not lost, just altered. This is Mr. Wick and Whispers, and tonight, this is one story about a cave that didn't just trap someone, it changed them. And by the end of this, there's one detail most people miss the first time they hear it. Something that suggests this didn't start in the cave, and didn't end there either. The cave that doesn't let go. She came out of the cave talking. That was the first thing the rescue team noticed. Not that she was hurt, she wasn't. Not that she was confused, she was perfectly lucid. But she had been underground for 51 hours. Complete darkness, no food, no water. Her partner still missing somewhere inside the rock. And when she emerged, she was speaking in a low, continuous murmur that no one could quite make out. When the paramedic leaned in and asked what she was saying, she stopped, looked at him, and said, "I'm not saying anything." She had no memory of speaking, not for the last 11 hours. Her voice, her own cadence, her own tone had been moving without her, talking in the dark, to something that, according to her, had been listening. Pull back. Her name was Sarah Malone, and before understanding what came out of that cave with her, it matters to understand what went in. Because caves don't change everyone the same way. They amplify what's already there. It's 2003, the Nullarbor Plain, South Australia, one of the flattest, driest places on Earth. And beneath it, one of the largest cave systems ever discovered. Ancient limestone corridors, massive chambers, vertical shafts that drop into blackness so complete, light feels swallowed. There are sections no human has ever walked, and sections that might not have been empty. Sarah Malone was 31, a professional cave mapper, 10 years of experience, 3 continents, disciplined, precise, calm under pressure, and most importantly, comfortable with silence. She preferred it. Used to say the cave gave a kind of silence the surface couldn't. Clean, honest. Her partner was Owen Briggs, British cartographer. They'd worked together before. Well, he mapped, she navigated. Structure and instinct. Balanced. Reliable. Their surface team included Sarah's sister, Claire, and Thomas Rael, a veteran cave rescue coordinator. Over 100 rescues. Nothing about this expedition worried him. Not at first. They entered the cave at exactly 7 a.m. Sarah logged it as always. Precise, detached. Owen joked about her handwriting, laughed. That was the last time anyone heard him sound like himself. 3 hours in, they found it. A chamber Sarah would later call the most beautiful formation she had ever seen. 60 meters wide, every surface covered in selenite crystals. Their headlamps fractured into thousands of frozen points of light. She called it the mirror room. Owen started crying. No explanation, just stood there looking around and cried. Sarah kept working. That's who she was. She moved to the far side of the chamber and found the bones. Not human, ancient, perfectly intact, undisturbed for thousands of years. She logged them clinically, but didn't note one thing, not consciously. The skeleton wasn't facing deeper into the cave. It was facing the entrance, as if it hadn't been going in,
It had been waiting.
At hour 7, the satellite signal dropped, expected. But something else happened on the surface. Claire, sitting near the entrance, heard something. Not wind, not echo, not movement deeper inside. Something at the threshold, just inside. A slow, rhythmic exhale, like breathing. There was no wind that day. At hour 9, Sarah and Owen made camp. Quiet, routine, controlled. Until Sarah noticed something. Owen wasn't working. He was sitting still, hands pressed flat against the stone, headlamp off, eyes open, in total darkness. She turned his light back on. He blinked, said he was resting. But his map showed 12 minutes of perfect work, measured to the millimeter. He didn't remember doing it. Hour 14. Owen woke her, said someone had walked through camp. Not a guess, not fear, a statement. One set of footsteps, from deeper inside, heading toward the entrance, close enough that he felt the air shift before he heard them. Sarah checked everything. Nothing there. She logged it, but she didn't believe it. Not yet. Hour 18. They reached a junction, marked it, moved on. At the next junction, they found their own marker tape. Same color, same handwriting, same date. They had never been there before. Owen blamed fatigue, disorientation, the crystals. Sarah didn't write it down, because once you admit something like that underground, you can't unthink it. Hour 22. Owen changed, not physically, but when he spoke, it was delayed, misaligned, like he was answering a question that hadn't been asked yet. She said his name. He looked at her. Calm, normal. I keep hearing something, he said. What? She asked. My name. From back there? He pointed toward the mirror room. I know there's no one there, he added. That was the part that mattered. He wasn't confused. He was listening. Hour 26. Owen was gone. No fall, no struggle. The rope between them, slack, unclipped. His pack, neatly placed. His headlamp, still on, facing back toward the mirror room. Everything arranged. And you're standing there now, in that passage, with Sarah. Because this didn't go wrong when Owen disappeared. It went wrong long before that. Something came with them from the very first step. And what it left behind changes everything. Sarah searched for 25 hours. Methodical, controlled. She called his name until her voice failed, marked every junction, tracked every path. No panic, because panic in a cave kills you faster than anything else. At hour 51, she found the exit and came out talking. Owen was found 4 days later, alive, 2 kilometers away, in a sealed chamber. A chamber that had been closed for 2,000 years. He didn't remember how he got there, but the chamber remembered something. The walls were covered in carvings, ancient, deliberate, a repeated shape over and over again. It took weeks to identify it. A figure, standing, facing a doorway, waiting. Now go back. The skeleton, facing the entrance. The breathing at the cave mouth, the voice calling Owen's name, the marker tape, the delay in his speech, the thing that didn't move, but didn't need to. The cave wasn't empty. It was occupied. Not by something that hunts, something that waits. Something that learned over thousands of years how to stay perfectly still, how to listen, how to call, and how to find the one person comfortable enough with silence to hear it back. Sarah knew. She knew when her voice started speaking without her. She knew what she was lending it to. She just never said. Because some things don't survive being spoken out loud. Owen never returned to the caves. He sleeps with a light on, not because of nightmares, because of silence. Sarah still maps, still teaches, but when asked what she fears, she always pauses, then says, "Nothing that can be mapped." The cave is sealed now. The research is ongoing. The markings, partially translated, but one note remains. Written in the margin of Claire's log, one word, consistent, meaning whatever was there still is. And when Sarah walked out of that cave and into the light, still speaking, still not aware of what her voice had been doing, the real question isn't what she left behind. It's what came out with her. And if you go back to the very beginning, to that moment when Sarah stepped into the light, still speaking, still unaware, you start to realize something unsettling. It wasn't trying to keep her. It didn't trap her. It didn't chase her. It just needed a voice for a little while. And there's one thing that's even scarier than that story. Not watching another video like this one. Because some caves don't collapse. Some just stay open, waiting. If this story stayed with you, hit like and subscribe to Mr. Wick and Whispers. And let it be known in the comments which part started to feel just a little too real. Because the next story goes deeper than this one ever could. Sleep well, if you can.